You know, Rogers Hometown Hockey is a Zoom trip this year, and look how great everything looks. That's up in Keswick. The Thrashers, diehard Toronto Maple Leaf fans. The Cartwrights are cheering right up there as well in Ottawa. And you see, we're going to be going to Collingwood in a minute. For the Mitchells, we'll have a question. They'll go first. Nick Armours just joined us. He's a Sens fan, but living here in Toronto. And there's Brendan Cario. And then over back to Ottawa we go, and we'll be joining the Loshmans for our second question with Brielle in a minute. But first of all, to Collingwood. Do you remember being at Rogers Hometown Hockey 2.5 years ago?
Absolutely. What a great time. I hope you enjoyed your stay when you came up here, Ron.
I absolutely did, Brian. And love to you and Donna. And Andrea's not there, but Lisa, same. You gave us such hospitality. So, Brian, you have a question for Kevin Bieksa. Be careful. He bites. Go ahead.
All right. Well listen, we're longtime Leaf fans, and we've seen our share of disappointment in the playoffs. And we're wondering if we have real reason to be optimistic this year. And secondly, who would you see as the X factor on this team?
Well, guys, I couldn't tell that you were Leaf fans, really. But I think there's lots of reason to be optimistic this year. The Toronto Maple Leafs have played 6 teams this season. That's it. 6 teams, and they've been by far the best one. To get out of their division, they get 2 series against teams that they've already had success against. They're in the 5-6 year window right now. Matthews and Martin Riley, they are. That's usually when things start to go to the next level. They've seen every type of situation, every scenario that's happened in a game. I think this is the year that they'll be able to put it all together. Your X factor, I think it's this top 4 on defense. I think we know that the Leafs are going to score goals. You guys probably know that more than anybody, that they can put the puck in the net. But this top 4 for the Leafs, they were plus 75 in the regular season. Riley, TJ Brody, Hall, and Muzzin. If these guys can defend and they can be plus players in the playoffs, this team will go far.
Really good, Kevin. Thank you for that. And the Loshmans in Ottawa. Brielle's going to ask our question. You see Jacob, her brother, 2 future hockey stars there. And Jonathan and Claudia, I want to show you a picture from the Glebe Report, February 17th, 2012. Your little beautiful infant right there. Isn't that great? And who would have thought, when that picture was taken, that you'd be on Hockey Night in Canada asking Cassie Pascal a question? Brielle, really lovely. Go ahead. What's your question for Cassie?
My question is, what have the Ottawa Senators been doing to help prevent the spread of COVID when you're on the ice and traveling?
Well, great question, Brielle, and I can tell you the NHL protocols are extremely strict, and they have been from right at the start of the season, and it doesn't really matter what happens within the provincial governments and what's going on there. These rules have stayed the same, and essentially they've been in kind of a lockdown throughout this entire thing. So we got some rules on a board here that I'll read through, probably some of the ones that most people don't know about. They get daily COVID tests and twice-a-day temperature checks, no carpooling to the rink, no taxis or ride-sharing services, confined to the home or hotel aside from team functions or emergencies, using additional locker rooms to maintain social distance, and team meetings in dressing rooms limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. So when the coach comes in right before a game to give a little pep talk, everyone is allowed in one dressing room at that time, but they change in separate dressing rooms to make sure that they're 6 feet apart. They all wear masks, and it's a 3-minute conversation, and that's the max. So really strict protocols here.
Thanks a lot, Cassie. And thank you, Brielle. You keep skating. You're fantastic. Really, really impressive. And thanks to all our guests here this evening. You know, birthplace of the